Hey, warning to some of these contractors and building construction workers. Don't take the people their money and don't do them work. People will murder you. You hear me? No for no building construction man and contractors I take people job we no can do. And when the people them go them money, took off and start hide. Don't do it. People will murder you. You hear me?
I am now 61 years old, and I have been working and doing construction work and carpentry work for many years. I started out with my father, learning from him, using his tools. And how I got inducted in this carpentry work, it started to intrigue me because as a youth, we used to build skates, bow, and something we call Batman, where we used to ride up and down on the streets, Clifton Boulevard, Manningsville Road, Border Avenue. Wow, we was even hopping on the buses to test out our skills. So now, when I was building my skates, them always used to come up twist. I couldn't figure it out. I wonder why them always come up so twist. Then I realized the boards wasn't cutting straight. They wasn't cutting properly. You needed a square. You need square and good saw, good tool to get them done. And so I started out from there, taking my father's tools, using them, lending them to my friends, which they never bring back. When they come to my yard and them see my father tools, them take them away. And these things make my father grow angry with me, because he have to be replacing tools time after time. But that's where I started out. I have done many work on the Salvation Army. After the Great Storm Gilbert, I have worked with a man they call Jesse Agg, who was a great politician who have lots of construction work around here. We work on many houses on the hillsides. We work on the gully, building the infrastructure gully. Oh man, it was so great. I worked with Mr. Hines Construction. I know Mr. Hyatt Construction. The Salvation Army. From one place to another. That was a good job too. And many others. My father used to take me out on his jobs when he get work. I used to work with him whatever job he was doing. For he was a painter mainly, but he knew building and construction work, and he does it very well. And so I picked up these trades. I picked up these trades from my old man. I left and go to America, and I started doing other odd jobs like working in restaurants and stuff, because you know my little girlfriend, she is the sister of a restaurant owner who still have a restaurant before she became my wife, operating out of California. And I started out there. After achieving a certain amount of money to buy a vehicle, I bought me a van. I don't know why. And I was over with that. And so I started driving tractor trailers. Yes. I went to schooling for that. First you have to get your GED, so I have to learn and study and pass the tests, English and the maths test to get my GED. And then I went to the driving school. for my CDL driver's license, which I achieved. And I was driving trucks up and down 95 all over from Miami to Sawgrass Mills to Orlando, pulling building material, roofing material most likely. I used to drive a truck with a boom on it. Oh, but that job wasn't too good. I wasn't getting enough money. I was thinking, well, for a job like this, I need to be getting more money. $7 an hour couldn't make it. I was taking home $250 mostly. Oh, that couldn't feed my household. It was large. And so I decided, well, this week I'm going to take this paycheck and I'm going to buy me some tool, a hammer, a saw, square, tape, level, and I was going to go into the construction work. I didn't know the names of many of the tools that they called it, because they have a different name for certain tools and certain ways how they do construction in America. But I made up my mind because I was willing to learn. And so I left that driving job and I started out at a day labor place. And I started to meet lots of clients, lots of people. I started to get to know lots of construction company that was carrying out a big project in Florida. And so I started out. And I worked on many projects, many high-rise buildings, schools, HRS office. Well, when we get a fleet of homes to build, that's what I like. I never like working on no one house, too small. Must be a fleet of houses. Until I got in trouble and was sent back home. I knew it's time to build my house, because all during those times I was working, I had it in my mind to build my own house, how I want to build it. Yes, because I was gaining the experience. I tried to keep my tools as much as possible, because I'm a man who love tools. Now here I am now in Jamaica, time to build my house. And I built it. It took me 5 years to bring it up in a dwelling place where I can dwell in there, because I refused while in construction to make it comfortable to sleep in. No, I didn't want that. Gonna get too complacent and too comfort and stop building. I didn't want to just stop like that. But then trouble strikes again with me and my family, and I have to leave from out of my father's house now. By this time, my house was in a condition where I could put something on the ground, on the floor, spread out something on the floor and sleep. Me and my dog, Bubba. Oh my God, Bubba is a great dog. I miss him and I love him. I loved him so much. Ah, man. If I could find another dog with that spirit of Bubba. Bubba was a real understanding dog. It seems like me and Bubba have been friends for a long time. Before now. You know, I always feel a connection with dogs, you know. And it seems like dogs have a connection with me. I can talk to dogs. I can read what their eyes are saying. And I love them. Dogs are very nice and they are compassionate too. But you have to get beyond that aggressiveness of a dog. Are you willing to pay that price? Yes, sir. I did. So it took me 5 years to develop my house. It's still not finished. But I'm glad. I feel peaceful in my house. And now lots of people used to say, Daniel, when you're done that house, you're going to feel real grateful. And I am. I really applaud all you overseas people, all you diaspora people, and even all you Jamaican people, because Jamaican people also donated to me in my house, people who live there on the side. Surprising to know, huh? Yes. So I applaud all of you who have invested in me and my house. Glad I didn't waste your time. Now, I had a bad experience the other day and things got out of hand because I didn't appraise the job properly. I didn't estimate the work properly. I didn't research the work, looking over it. You see, builders, don't just take a job. When somebody calls you to take a job, don't just take a job. Don't just take a job. Look at the job, what you really need, what the job requires, ins and outs, because sometimes there are some hidden problems there unless you dig deep. And when you're charging, charge extra. Charge extra. Because if the owner is not around and you're gonna need material, why wait around for them? Buy it. Use your money to buy it. Keep your receipts. And when we do things like this, homeowners, please don't squabble with us. Be reasonable and encourage. Because I'm not gonna just stuck and wait for material to get my work done. My work is more important to me because I wanna get this over with and move on to the next job. And if I have the money, I'm gonna use it. Doesn't matter if I have to use my own money, as long as you pay me what I charge. And if there's any extra charge, I don't need to worry. I just need to know that my boss is responsible and he's kind and understanding. So, Jamaican builders, I've been hearing a lot about your deceitfulness and your crookedness. And I know because I worked with some of you guys. And I know the trickery. I know the lying and the deceiving and the dodging. It's time to cut that out. You must respect the power of an overseas diaspora person. They got long money and they got long friends and connection and things that you don't know, they know. And then we send somebody to come analyze you. Alright, some people, if you guys got work, it depends. As much as you know, I'm going through my sickness with this tumor, but I still try my best to do what I can do. I got lots of connections around here with lots of other builders and tradesmen, and if they're available, I can get some work done. And laborers too. We have laborers abundant because not many people, not many men have their own tools, and not many construction workers are educated. So that lead the field of laborers, mass, many, yes, many. Many of our construction workers here in Jamaica from the ghetto, you guys know the lacking. And even from the residential area also. Many of us are not properly educated, and that leave a void. We're not knowledgeable in education, language, and how to speak and have a good conversation and dialect with others. We grew up on the ignorance, aggression, and violence. But that doesn't mean that we are not talented and skillful and also knowledgeable in what we do. But I really think education and communication skills are very important to a tradesman's work and development. So let's trade on. Let's build on. We're rebuilding Jamaica. I've been telling you guys this from I was on the road working on Constant Spring Road, setting all them pipelines onto the road, fixing the surface of the road. Daniel Marshall on the infrastructure work. We're rebuilding and redeveloping Jamaica. It would be very wise to have hands-on with our governments for the transformation. Blessed love, my people. Stay well, stay safe, and at the balance, and I will see the item in the next video. Do remember to share, subscribe, and like. Daniel Marshall on the infrastructure work. Boom shot. Think how valuable I would have been in Ouagadougou City. Burkina Faso. Okay.